Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Tanaka and I'm here with a story time. Yo guys, I've never been so terrified in my whole entire life. I've seen a gun before from my grandfather. He used to be a police officer, so he had like a lot of guns, and at some point he made me touch one. Even though I knew it was my grandfather's gun, I was so terrified. But yesterday, I'm even trembling as I'm thinking about it right now. I was with my friend and this guy was sitting in the back seat and he took out his gun, and I just knew we had to give him whatever we had right there and then so that we can get it over and done with. But yeah, before I get to that, I might as well ask you guys to subscribe and like this video so that I know we can make some cash. So most of you by now, you know I sell iPhones. So like any other day, I woke up yesterday and I went through my phone just to check if I have any orders, and turned out I didn't have any orders. So I was like, cool. I put my phone down, I started playing with Kimaya, and then later on I had an order from the previous day that I had to go and send to Joburg. So yeah, I also sell iPhones all over South Africa, so I had to go and send that one phone to Joburg. So I did that. I got ready, went to town, sent the phone, and that was it. So when I was coming back home now, I got a message. Someone said, yo bro, I heard you sell iPhones. I got your number from a friend. Me being me, I don't ask too many questions. I just see everyone who comes through to buy a phone as a client, and I treat them the same. I respectfully just ask them which phone they want, where they want us to meet, and when they want the phone. So this guy's like, I need the phone today. It's for my wife. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, which phone do you want? He wanted a 13 Pro Max, and I didn't have a 13 Pro Max. So I had to call my supplier, who stays just down the road from where I stay. I called my supplier, he's not picking up. So I started panicking. Yo, am I going to lose out on this deal? So I texted that guy. I was like, give me a couple of minutes, I'll get back to you. I just need to check which 13 Pro Max I have, like the space and everything. He's like, cool. So I started walking down to my supplier's house. As soon as I got to his place, I managed to call him, and he picked up this time because he was not picking up. He picked up this time. I was like, yo dude, you better pick up your phone. I have a client for us. He's like, okay, cool. I'm not at home right now. I'm like, but I'm outside your gate. He's like, don't worry, wait there, I'm coming. So guys, before you get mad at me, I have to tell you all of this for the whole story to make sense at the end. So you need to watch until the end for you to get what really happened. So, because we could have prevented this, but we still went. So yeah, let me continue the story. It's like, I'm not at home, but I'll come through just now. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll wait for you. So I wait for him for like 10-15 minutes. He pulled up. He's like, I don't have 13 Pro Max, boss. I'm like, Aibo, you made me wait for you. He's like, I knew if I told you I didn't have you, you're gonna leave. So I'm here to tell you which phones I have that are in the same price range, or that we can actually give that person for a good amount. So he's like, I have a 15 plus. I'm like, okay, cool. 15 plus, I did my calculations. I'm like, cool, let me call the client. I called the client. I'm like, yo, I didn't call the client actually. Yeah, I didn't call the client. I sent a message. I'm like, yo, I don't have a 13 Pro Max. I have a 15 plus. Here's the color, here's the specs. So he's like, cool, I'll take it. I'm like, the same amount that you're going to pay on the 13 Pro Max is what you pay us on the 15 plus. So he's like, I bet. So me and my supplier, we had to go to town first because we stay in Gardens. He stays in Gardens, I stay in Gardens. So I was there by his house, right? And then we had to come back to town. And then once we got to town, he had a few errands that he had to run before we go to my client. He did his errands, he got everything he needed, and then he said, let's go. Before we got into his car to leave to go to my client, he asked me, how do you know this person? I'm like, it just came to me like how all of my other clients come to me. It's like, so you don't know the person? I'm like, I don't know anyone who comes to me asking for iPhones. I just sell to them. I don't know them. It's like, okay, cool, let's go. We got into his car, we drove. The guy said he was in N1 City. That's where he works. So we got there, and he's like, sorry, I just went out, because we got to the address that he sent me. It's like, I just went out real quick. I'm at Zone Virgin Active. It's a gym. Virgin Active, I'm coming there now. So like, okay, cool, we're in the parking lot. So we chilled there in the parking lot. We chilled for like 5 minutes, and then he came. He started calling me. And then when he was calling, we could see that's him. He was a colored guy. So me and my friend in the car, my supplier, we look at each other and be like, yo, does this guy look like someone who would buy an iPhone? And then when he turned, like, because he was facing this side, and then he turned like this, so we could see which phone he was using. And it was a iPhone 15 Pro Max, if I'm not mistaken, or 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max. So like, okay, he uses another clean iPhone, a nice one, a big one. So like, he might buy. He just didn't look like someone who would buy an iPhone. I mean, there's people that you can just look at and you can judge them. But yeah, we chose not to judge that person. And then we told them, yeah, come through, we're parked here. He came through, he got into the back seat. Guys, this is red flag number 1. If you're someone who sells iPhones, or if you're new in the game, you should know this. The first thing he did when you gave him the phone was put his iCloud. Usually Nigerian people do that. They put their iCloud, and then they start negotiating with you. So let's say you say 13,000, they start telling you I have 10,000. They've already put their iCloud there. So for you to take back your phone, it is their iCloud. There's nothing you can do with that phone. That's the trick that they usually do. This guy, he puts his iCloud, is like, I'm gonna pay you with Capitec. And we told him, please make it immediate payment. He's like, cool. But before he did the payment, he started doing some small talk. He's like, yo guys, do you buy gold? I'm selling gold, and I don't know another mineral that he mentioned. So the guy I was with understands all of the stuff. He's like, yeah, show me. They showed each other pictures, Before you know it, this guy pulls out a gun. Initially, he just said, I'm selling this gun. He takes out the bullets. Me, my heart is beating. Like, as soon as I saw a gun, Jesus Christ. He takes out the bullets, put them on the side. That thing, I don't know, that thing that falls down, that holds the bullets, he takes it out. He hands the gun to my friend. My friend checks it out. He's like, this is a nice gun. I'm like, no, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to put my fingerprints on that thing. No, I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it did. So he gives him back the gun. The guy puts the bullets back. He just puts the gun on his lap. Now I'm very uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable. So I'm like, yo guys, I really need to pee, because I was drinking like a can of flying fish. So I'm like, this flying fish is making me want to pee, so I really need to go to the toilet. He's like, you can run to KFC. I went out, I went to KFC. I was gonna run, guys. I promise you I was gonna run away. But then I remembered, I came with this guy. He doesn't know this client. I don't know this client, but the guy I came with is gonna think this was a setup. So I had to make a choice to go back to the car, guys. The whole time I'm walking back to the car, I'm just thinking of my daughter. Like, this guy has a gun. If something happens, my daughter. That's all I was thinking about. I got back into the car. These guys are talking about that other stuff, the gold and stuff. I don't care about that stuff. So it's like, okay, let me make payment. cool. He asked for my banking details. I told, initially I copied my banking details and pasted them in his chat, and then he said, no, don't do that. Shout out the numbers to me so that I can write it down. So I gave him my bank account number, and then we sat there for like 5 minutes. It's just saying, this app is messed up, it's not working. Like, cool, take your time. And then he asked for my banking details again. I gave him. And then still, that's like 10 minutes later now. And now my supplier needs to go somewhere else to deliver a phone. So it's like, yo, make quick. So I'm trying to tell this guy, yo, bruh, do your things quick. He's like, what's your phone number again? That's also a red flag, because he doesn't need my phone number when sending this money. He just needs my account number and my name. So I gave him my phone number now. Little did I know, when I'm giving, this guy was a scammer, no? But I guess he pulled out his gun for, if things go south, he might just have to use his gun. But anyways, let me continue with the story, because now I'm just all over the place. Let me just explain to you what happened. I gave him my number. I got a notification saying I got my money, which I was supposed to get. But now this notification, I could tell this is fake, because I've had people send me money before. I could tell this is fake. So my guy, my supplier was sitting beside me. He sent me a message on WhatsApp. He's like, do you trust this guy? I'm like, no. He's like, so what must we do? I'm like, let's tell him to go to KFC. So he's like, you tell him. So it's like, to this guy in the back, let's go to KFC. He's like, no, you can go. I'm like, no, dude, let's go to KFC. He's like, are you mad? I just sent you my money, now you want to take me to KFC? I'm like, yo, dude, I just need us to go to KFC and sit there as we wait for your money to reflect, because it hasn't reflected. I just got this message, but in my bank app, there's nothing. It's like, so what are you guys saying now? Now he's holding his gun in his hand now. He's getting angry. So I'm like, yo, this is messed up. Now my heart is really beating really fast. And all I'm thinking about is my daughter. He's holding his gun like this, and he's now asking questions like, you guys think I'm here to scam you? If I wanted to scam you, I would have used this a long time ago. He's talking too much. Me, I can't hear anything anymore. My heart is beating so fast. And the only thing I could think about is to accept that this money, this phone, it's gone. That's it. There's nothing I can do about it. Texted my friend, I'm like, yo, dude, I'm gonna pay you your money, let this guy go. But my friend is also a big guy. He's a big guy, he's known, so he don't take no shit. But me, knowing me, I don't want to be in the middle of violence. I knew something would go off if this guy got mad, also my supplier. So I texted my supplier, I'm like, I'll pay you your cash, let this guy go. So it's like, are you sure? He looked at me with those angry eyes like, yo, this boy, we can really do something. But I was like, nope, I'm not risking it, not today. I have a family to think of. I was just thinking of my daughter and my wife like the whole time. So I'm like, no. So I'm like, yo, so are you sure this payment will reflect tomorrow? He got even angrier, holding his gun up like this. So me, what I was really scared of is him just waving his gun around. So I'm like, yo, you know what? It's fine. You can go. We'll just wait for the payment to reflect, man. At that moment, I just accepted that we've been scammed. And there was a gun involved. If it was a normal scam with no gun, I would have said I'm stupid, but there was a gun involved. I don't even know if that gun works or not, but as long as there was a gun involved, I was not going to risk it. So he left the car. As soon as he left the car, he started running. That's when I knew this guy is messed up. So the guy I was with is like, yo, dude, I'm really sorry this happened to you, but you still obviously have to pay me. I'm like, yeah, I have to pay you. You're running a business, I'm running a business. I would have done the same if it was my phone and someone got robbed. It's not my fault. I would want my money, so I'm gonna pay you your money. Went to this guy home, I gave him his cash. So yeah, now I'm down 11,500. I paid him 11,500, which was not the initial amount I was supposed to pay him. I was supposed to pay him more, but he realized the situation was bad, so he was like, you know what, it's cool, just pay me 11,500 and that's it. So yeah, guys, that's how I got robbed 11,500 yesterday, and I'm still in shock, but I'm trying to forget about it. That's all he was saying yesterday. My supplier was like, I'm gonna pray for you that you forget about this, because if it still lingers in your mind, it might mess up your business. You might be afraid to go and meet up with other people, which is exactly what's happening right now. Someone just texted me, they're like, I'm in Paro, come through, let's meet up. I need a phone. I'm like, yo, dude, come to town. They're like, I'm busy, I can't come to town. I'm like, if you're not coming to town, I'm not coming to you. And I think that's how I'm gonna be running my business now. If you don't come to town, I'm not meeting up with you. I would rather sell just one unit every month until I get my real, clientele, because I'm still building up. I just started. But yeah, this really messed me up, guys. We've been saving, me and Kimberly. I'm pretty sure most of you already know why we are saving, but this is a major setback, but we'll bounce back. I was just thinking, you can always make more money, but you can't get another life. Once it's gone, it's gone, and the pain goes straight to the people that are still alive. If you're gone, you're gone. So if you try and be arrogant and say, you end up getting shot. And what you gonna do if you're shot? Nothing. You go with your anger, you go with your arrogance. It's not gonna help you. So yeah, guys, decided to do this video at work here so that I just put it out there, just in case you see me not looking too happy. Just know the boy's going through a lot. But yeah, guys, I love you, respect you, peace.